we're certainly pleased to get the victory today, and just happy for our players. They've worked extremely hard during the week. Played hard today. I thought they came to the stadium ready to go and did a lot of good things. And the obvious it was a very strange game, statistically in the whole 9 yards. But the big thing, obviously, is the big plays that we made, special teams wise, defensively. So that was great to see. Obviously, a nice job by Cavante and BJ, but also guys working to help on the returns. That was a real good thing. And Damon Powell got his feet wet a little bit, made a couple plays, which was good, and that'll be good for him. And making a play on that kick return was pretty impressive too. So just a lot of good things, and certainly some things we'll have to coach tomorrow and correct those. But we'll get to that tomorrow.
Can you talk about, folks, the depth you were able to get a lot of guys? Got a lot of guys action, building depth, how important this game was to that?
Yeah, it's just been so long since we've had a chance to get guys in a game and actually let them play, so I think it's going to help. We're trying to work hard with those guys in practice and get them some extra work, but there's no substitute for being out there in front of a crowd and having to do some things, and so that's good. And everybody should be happy. We got our backup quarterback in, so that bodes well for the future, right? And Wiseman only had 10 carries, so it's a double victory this week.
You have 4 running backs with 10+ carries. Different stories. Kanzeri still working his way back, and then a young freshman. How do you feel about getting those guys carries like that?
It's just all good, and unfortunately the downside is we had a couple of turnovers from 2 guys that haven't played a lot, and but they're quality guys. They practice really well, and they're doing a good job. So I think sometimes you have to go through that to learn, and I'm confident both LaShawn and Jordan will learn from their experiences today. So, but they did some good things too. They ran the ball well, and the one LaShawn fumbled, that was a good run until the ball came out, and he's just trying to make yards. But that's you can't. There's no substitute for experience. So that's really a big plus today.
Coach, this is a
punt returns. It looked like it was diagrammed on the board.
Chris and the staff did a great job, with all the special teams today, and that's one thing we knew, that they rugby punted or else the end over end deal. And the trick on the rugby punts is to field them. If you can field them cleanly, and you're going to have a chance because the ball doesn't get up in the air too high. But it's easier said than done. So Cavante did a great job fielding both those. We had the one mishap there with Riley, where he's backing up and should have just let the ball go, but it also takes the other 10 guys working hard, and I don't know if we're 10 for 10, but at least a lot of guys were out there hustling on those.
second week in a row that you got a touchdown from Hillier, or now he scored, but he got yards after a catch doing so. Are you noticing more confidence in him now?
I think that's the same thing I'm talking about with some of the other guys. Yeah, absolutely, and that's a great point. But for him to have back-to-back weeks like that's a positive. And it's one thing doing practice, that's where it all starts, but then to carry it into a game, that's a good thing, and we haven't had an abundance of those either, so that's really encouraging for us.
Kirk Powell has 3 catches, I think, for 132 yards. Are you starting to see kind of what you envision when you...
He's been doing better in practice, a lot to learn, and but he's a high-energy guy. If you guys, I think you talked to him today, he's just a high-energy guy, just one of those guys that makes you feel good. So, this will be good for his confidence to actually be out there in Kinnick and do something instead of just, trotting out there with the team one of those shots. So it's a positive for sure.
Talk about the way your defense performed out there today.
I think that really, as much as anything, we got off to a good fast start defensively. I'm not sure it was every series in the first half, but it seemed like it. We were 3 and out. And we had, really good field position as a result of that, and then we weren't able to capitalize, unfortunately. But they seemed like they were on task. I thought they disrupted the quarterback pretty well. We lost contain a few times. Got to work on that, but at least we weren't letting him set his feet all day. And it looked like we were playing pretty physically too when they were completing passes. So a lot of positives.